Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your July reading. So, first things first, excuse me, there's going to be a lunar eclipse at the end of the month, but there's also going to be a solar eclipse at the beginning of the month. I believe it's July 10th, possibly the 12th, I think, in your 8th house of transformation. So this month is going to be huge for you, and this month begins a cycle leading up to January 2020. So you're going to be undergoing a major transformation in your life in terms of your money, in terms of your direction, in terms of your belief systems even. Could be taking a major shake-up in this time. Sagittarius is 9th house energy, which can mean spirituality, religion. You might have an awakening there, a calling there. Also, Venus is going through Virgo this month. And for you, that is your 10th house of long-term success, aspirations. You may find yourself dating people who can progress you in your career, who can offer you things. It might be a slightly more opportunistic energy for you guys. In terms of meeting people, that you may even meet someone who's famous. You may meet someone who is well established in their career, can offer you advances in your career. So this doesn't have to be romantic, but it's certainly a time where you may find the stars aligning and you meet people that you suddenly really need. So if you need someone to advance your career, or you need help getting up the ladder, I think this is going to be a month for you. But of course, you also want to make sure that you're picking your romantic partners based on how much they support you and you connect, rather than what they can do for you necessarily. Because there is a romantic offer coming in, a brand new start in romance. But it's crossed by the Three of Pentacles, so you may be working on other things, or you may not think that this is the type of relationship that can go somewhere necessarily. I think some of you have been struggling in your career, or struggling in your career direction. Possibly since your Saturn return, and then Capricorn Saturn influences of your 2nd house, you may have felt struggles with money, or you may have felt struggles with career. But you're embracing the storm. You're getting your confidence back, and you're changing direction with the Chariot here. Full steam ahead. Progressing. Of course, when I say full steam ahead, a lot of people think of the Titanic. Here's hoping we're not headed for a Titanic moment, Sagittarius. I don't think so. Strength card. This means Leo season is going to be particularly auspicious for you. The Sun moves into Leo on the 22nd of July, and I think this is going to be a pretty significant time period going forward, from the end of July throughout August. This can also represent Mercury going retrograde in Leo, which of course is your 9th house of travel. So travel for everyone this month is a bit iffy. But particularly for you when it's fire sign energy. I know that the Mercury retrogrades this year are all in fire signs, so you may be feeling a little bit more misunderstood with this energy and with this placement, or you may feel like even road trips are significantly delayed, you know, taking travel journeys with the Chariot here. Be very wary and be very careful on the roads. Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign energy coming up. The moon. I think this represents the lunar eclipse, which is in Aquarius at the end of the month. Now, Aquarian energy and Sagittarian energy is very complementary. So we have 3rd house energy, so you may be finding that there is, well, this is communication, so a significant communication comes to a head, gets possibly quite heated and possibly quite intense. So the things that you have been trying to say that may have felt miscommunication with the Mercury retrograde period, you may have a bit of word vomit towards the end of the month, so be wary about what it is that you say. You plan what it is that you want to say, because sometimes if we have an idea, it means that other things don't come in that are a little bit more intense and a little bit more wrapped up the wrong way. Sort of what I'm hearing here. Full energy. You want a brand new start, and you want to feel carefree, and you want to feel vivacious. But you're definitely going to get that. It's just that at the beginning of the month, and then the retrogrades can maybe feel a little bit you may feel communication is slightly fractured, but you're gonna get your say. There's gonna be a message coming through, possibly from another fire sign, or possibly coming from you. I think you're gonna be having your say. And as I also mentioned with the full moon, be wary of the messages you put out into the ether in terms of what you're saying to people, because you may be saying the wrong thing and it may be affecting your relationships. Fire signs this year are being kind of misunderstood with these periods. There's a bit of indecisiveness as well, and I think this is surrounding the things you want to say and the things you don't want to say, and you're hemming and hawing about having your point. Particularly with water signs. There may be a little bit of fractured communication, and I also feel with the earth signs, there may be a lack of communication. Things that have not been said. What else we've got going on here for you guys? So I'm sensing Scorpio is an interesting sign for you. The reason I say this is because Judgment obviously is a Scorpio card, but then we have the Page of Cups as a message coming through. So there may be a conversation with a Scorpio from the past. There may be a message from a Scorpio you're currently not speaking to, and there may be a relationship that began during Scorpio season, so the end of October, most of November. And this may be rebirthing itself. So maybe you've not heard from this person since last year, and they suddenly reappear, like out of the blue. Judgment can sometimes be. But it may also be that this Jupiter cycle, with Jupiter going direct on the 10th, and that's in your 12th house, obviously, there may be what I'd said before about a spiritual awakening, or maybe a discovery within the self. But I'm actually thinking this is more in tune with another person that you've not heard from in a while, or there's no communication with, someone that put you out in the cold, someone that was quite cold towards you, or someone where I would say there's no love lost between the pair of you. I think this was something that maybe early stages took off, but then there was a very fundamental difference in personalities. There was something about this relationship was a bit iffy. It didn't take off the ground. Maybe it was potentially very damaging. Maybe this is someone that just didn't see things through with you and possibly disappeared. Someone that wasn't willing to put in the groundwork, basically. This may have been you. Maybe you ghosted this person. Maybe you disappeared on this person because you thought they were too intense. And you have remorse about it, or they have remorse about you. You may be feeling like you had this word vomit that I said. You may have felt like you said something in the haste of the moment. You may have felt like someone else said something that left you feeling very rejected. But there is always, with the Five of Cups, the love that is offered and the love that is denied. So the focus is here. It depends which one you want to shift on. Sometimes for me this comes up for people who are looking backwards. And with the amount of retrogrades we're having, this can be very common. People do look backwards, but it's more of a reflection thing. But you have the opportunity this month to kickstart forward. Chariot and the Eight of Cups here is very much to me that you're going to be moving forward full speed in a different direction than where you've been going. You've maybe done your reflection and you're not willing to do it during this period of retrograde. Maybe that you're wanting things to take off quicker than they are. Yet there seems to be an offer coming in that you're not quite enthused about. Could be a Leo person that's in your circle. Could be a Leo person that's interested in you, but you don't seem to be taking this opportunity. It may also be a position offered to you in work and you're not willing to take this opportunity, or you're not excited about it because you're maybe you're feeling it's not challenging enough. Maybe you're feeling it's not stimulating enough. Maybe similar, if this is a person, you're not feeling like they're exciting enough. Could be an air sign. Now we have two people here with two queens. So I feel like sisters may be in the equation, or female friends may be in the equation. These two people seem to be reconnecting. So if you have an air sign and an earth sign in your life that are not speaking, they seem to be reconnecting. Or it may be that you feel left out in your friendship group, or left out between family members, because these two seem to be very close. It may be that you felt rejected by one of these elements for another element, but there seems to be a closeness here that's coming up that I'm sort of wondering for you. There's also a little bit of deception or something that was hidden here, so it may be surrounding these two females, hiding something or making arrangements. Two of Pentacles is here is what you're hoping for, so I feel like you're hoping for more than one option. And the Tower is the outcome here with the Page of Wands. So you're going to be having a Tower moment this month in July. And so did Capricorn. Now everyone fears the Tower. I don't necessarily fear the Tower because it's not always as dramatic as it seems. Sometimes it can be a matter of just stopping and starting over. It's not necessarily the end. When I see it with the Page of Wands, this could be work related, or this could be with another fire sign. Alternatively, it could just be some of you going through very intensive therapy on certain issues, possibly from childhood. It may be that you felt like you were offered your dream position in your job and you realized it wasn't what you wanted anymore. You wanted something completely different. So maybe somebody returned from the past that you'd really hoped for, and then you realized you didn't want that either. There seems to be an offer coming through that makes you realize what you really want and puts you a bit more in tune with what it is that you're hoping for. There's a moment of realization comes through this month for you, Sagittarius, that I think is quite eye-opening. I feel like you're thinking bigger. I think you've been thinking too small. In terms of your work, and in terms of earth signs, there's defenses up. It can be either or. You can be fighting off the competition in work, or you can feel like you're constantly fighting to stay on top. I think it's the latter. I think you've been working very hard and you feel like you're constantly watching your back. You're constantly having to worry about the competition. You're constantly having to worry about your standards, how you're presenting yourself, what you're doing, and it's feeling like it's too much. I think goes well with this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the Moon. There are people around you that are making you feel threatened. There's people around you that you feel like you can't trust, and you're having a reassessment of your environment and where it is that you are in life. You're not feeling the love. There's a complete lack of positive cups energy here so far. And I think that this is because you're not feeling the love where you are. And you're really feeling like you need to chop things up and change. And I think you're going to be doing that this month. This seems to be quite transformative. As I said with that solar eclipse, it's going to be very transformative energy. 8th house energy always is. And then you're going to see growth. It's crossed by the Lovers, so maybe love hasn't been going so well for you guys. Maybe you've been in hermit mode. Maybe some of you have been taking some time out from being in romantic relationships. And maybe some of you have been just trying to concentrate on finding your feet. Now, I feel like a lot of you have been waiting for something that's not arrived. But there's a possibility of something new here. This is coming up with the Chariot and the 8 of Cups. So you could be dealing with a brand new Cancerian person, or someone that you meet during Cancer season. So this could be before the 22nd of July, someone appears in your life. I think around the 8th of July, you may find yourself at a party where you have a spark with someone, or you may find yourself in a social situation where there is somebody new. But this does seem to lead up until the end of July. 8th house energy again, strength and death, transformation for the positive. It's not a negative thing with the sun here. There's possibly a Capricorn that's irking you a little bit with this energy. I do feel like there's a lot of gossip around you and a lot of competition, a lot of stressful relationships that you might want to take a moment away from this month and reassess where you are, particularly with the earth signs. I think Taurus and Capricorn seem to be pretty afflicted here. It's similar to Libra. These are coming across as friendship energies rather than romantic. You're hoping for this 10 of Cups. Ooh. But you're going to get the 10 of Pentacles. So you're getting a payoff. And you're making new friends. You're making new relationships in your social life and in your work environment. Some of you are probably starting a new job that's a better fit. It has more like-minded people. Money is going to be very well aspected. And as I said with that Venus and Virgo, you're going to be making very positive connections this month that can assist you in where you need to go. Be it financial, be it romantic. They may even introduce you to a future partner that you may marry, and you may meet them at a wedding. But there seems to be a great overhaul coming in here where you start to sift through what's not working and find something a lot more positive and a lot more direct. So I hope you enjoyed that, Sagittarius, and I'll see you in August. Bye!